Hello, Fredak here. Fred ACC, all one word. Alrighty, it is Saturday. It is June the 14th. We've got XRP at $2.17. Okay, the topic of today is I dare you to know. I dare you to want to know. First up, as I always start out, I want to thank you all for being here today. I hope you subscribed. You might actually learn that one little nugget of info that changes your financial future. And you know what? You might not learn anything. That's fair enough, but it's garbage in, garbage out. These are not financial advice, just the ideas that are swirling around in Fredak's head. So for today, like I always start out, warning all my subscribers about the scammers. The scammers are out there in force. Everywhere you turn, somebody's trying to scam you. You gotta be super careful. You gotta do your homework. Do your homework for Fredak. Whatever Fredak mumbles, check it all out. And by all means, if there's something that's on the error side, put it down below. Leave a comment. I try to take a glance at those. Love the comments from you guys. And this is not my where I derive my income from. No, my income's coming from other different things, like XRP. Yes, that's why I posted generational wealth. And that's why I'm about to post something called More Wealth Coming. It's kind of an offshoot of the generational wealth post. You don't want to miss these. Numerous postings going out today. Numerous postings from Fredak. Alrighty, Fredak's got some notes here. As I've said many times, knowledge is power. The more knowledge you have, the more power you have. That's the way the world works. I try to bring things your way that you're not going to get from all the other talking heads. And I've said this many times on my different postings. With Fredak, it's one and done. I don't have a long scripted out thing that I'm reading like some of the other talking heads. I don't have 75,000 or 80 million subscribers. I'm not Mr. Fredak. I'm just Fredak. Regular 9-to-5 Joe Schmo. Trying to get ahead in the world a little bit. Trying to leave a legacy of a few $1 million for the kiddies, grandkiddies, great-grandkiddies, kiddies I don't even know that I have. Somewhere down the line. Alrighty, so let's see now. We've got an interesting day of stuff today. This is I Dare You to Know. I dare you. Do you really want to know? And you don't want to miss out on More Wealth Coming, because that's going to be an offshoot of the generational wealth. Short and sweet. I try not to bend your ear with too long of this blabble. And a lot of people are like, you got to stay till the very end. You don't have to stay till the very end. Just grab the important stuff out of this and move on. That's all. Once again, I'd like to thank you all for being here today. I hope you're having a wonderful day out there. XRP has been fluttering around. All right, fine. Let's see what we got on these notes here. I got here, follow the bouncing ball. If I knew more about the intricacies of YouTube, I might be able to create some kind of words down below with a little ball that bounces along. Fredak has a secret. It's the secret to wealth. Climb aboard, Subscribe to Fredak, may just change your life. Follow the bouncing ball. Fredak has a secret, the secret to wealth. Climb aboard. Subscribe to Fredak, may just change your life. Well, don't quit your day job, Fredak. Alrighty, let's go outside the box. That's where I try to view things. Try to see things that the others are not looking at. And I don't profess to know everything. In fact, I don't know anything. Everybody else knows everything. I'm just trying to learn a little bit of something every day. Okay, so Crypto Lady, Fast Eddie Crypto, what the hell is this? Crypto Winkle, Bowinkle, and all the others out there. They're all blabbling about this and about that. I get it all. This dawned on me last night, early this morning. And it's about 10 a.m. East Coast time on a Saturday. 10:30 a.m. Interesting thing about the crypto world is that it's in motion 24/7. Christmas, Thanksgiving, daytime, nighttime. Not that you're action fiends, that you're looking for some kind of gambling or investment thing going on, but it's not like the stock market where they ring the bell at 9:30 and they ring the bell at 4 o'clock Monday to Friday, sans the holidays. Alrighty, let's get back to what's important here. Alrighty, here's what we've got here. There's a company called MicroStrategy, New York Stock Exchange or Amex, or it's actually on the NASDAQ. It's got 4 letters to the symbol. MSTR, Mr., what I call it. If it has 4 letters, it's on the over-the-counter. 3 letters, 2 letters, 1 letter, it's on the Amex, American Stock Exchange, or the New York Stock Exchange. At least that's how it always used to be. Alrighty, so what do we got here? Okay, in 2020, the year 2020, well, 5 years ago, and Mr. MSTR started to invest in Bitcoin, the Bitcoins. There's so many things that are going on here. Let's try to elaborate on some of them. First up, you could potentially think about locking in a profit if you believe that XRP and Bitcoin are joined at the hip, which I don't believe. I think there's going to be a deflation to Bitcoin and Ethereum. Not really sold on them being the item of the future. Might just be a whole lot of hype. It's easy to hype the crowd. And it's happened to all of us, myself included. But if you believe that they are joined at the hip, or if you expect a huge downturn to be in Bitcoin, you could buy a put, or you could short Mr. MSTR. You buy a put on Mr. And people use that strategy to lock in profits. Let's just think about it. You buy XRP at 53 cents. It goes up to $87. You don't want to take the profit within this particular year. And it's 3 weeks away from January 1st, the new year. But you'd like to lock in the profits right there. So you short XRP for the same amount. Well, let's use a different example. Let's use Amazon stock. Amazon stock is up to $216. You bought it at $16 7 years ago. Like, you know what? I think it might drop here at the end of the year, last 3 weeks of the calendar financial year. Let me lock in the profits without having a paper gain. You could turn around and short. Now there's rules against that. You'd have to do it with a separate account. There's certain ways you can get around it, but you're locking in the price of $216. It's almost like you're selling it at $216. You're going to pay a small premium to do it, but there are ways to get these things done. Let's go back to Mr. here. Okay, what we got here is hello, something to think about. How long do you think it's going to be before other entities out there start to realize the play that MSTR played? They made a move on something to see if it's going to run. And I'm not comparing MSTR, Mr. MicroStrategy, to the example that I'm about to give. Well, let's just say you have some fledgling company and your stock is at $11. Say, look, the product that we have is not cutting edge. Let's do this. Let's make a bold move. We're going to start investing in barrels of oil. If there's a huge surge in the price of oil, our stock price will rise. So all the expendable money that they have, they funnel into oil or into XRP or into whatever it might be. And that particular item, that commodity, rallies upwards. Kind of like how Bitcoin did. Then that's going to rise your stock quite a bit. The stock was trading in the $28 to $40 range for about 3 years. Go back and take a look. Do your homework. I always mention, you got to do your homework. You don't want to just absorb whatever Fred Act says and just take it as law. No, got to do your homework. Got to double check everything. Go back and take a look at the chart on MSTR, and you'll see it languished between $28 and $40. I think the turning point was getting involved with Bitcoin. I think the guy's name is Michael Saylor or something like that. And he's pounded the table about Bitcoin this and Bitcoin that. And I can't blame him at all. A major chunk of my company's money is in Bitcoin. I'm certainly not going to talk down about it, at least until I bail out on it all. But hello, how long do you think it's going to be before other entities take a look at that and say, hey, it worked for them, could work for us? Think about that. And I actually saw something earlier this morning that 8 different companies started to get involved with XRP. Somewhat minimal amounts, but they're starting to make moves on it. Alrighty. And I find it very interesting that something that I saw on one of the talking heads that knows everything was talking about Larry Fink, that Larry Fink never talks about XRP. Why? Hello! Usually they're buying time. Think about it. I'm going to give you the Fred Ack New York City cynic that's inside of me. If the U.S. government came out and said, look, by Labor Day, September 9th, or whatever Labor Day is this year, U.S. citizens cannot own copper. I would come on here and tell all of you, get out there and hoard as much copper as you can. Supply, demand, it's going to go up. That's just the way that I roll. So if Larry Fink is out there downplaying XRP or any other cryptocurrency, that's probably the cryptocurrency that I want to start investing in. Not sure if that all makes any sense or not, but like I said at the beginning of this posting, I dare you to know. I dare you to want to know. I triple dog dare you. I personally think that XRP is on the verge of a major up move. Things tend to speed up quicker and quicker and quicker. Got numerous postings today. You don't want to miss out on those. What's that other posting? More wealth coming. We're going to put that one out there momentarily. Alrighty, well, I'd like to thank you all for being here. Hopefully we gave you a little bit of a nugget of something to think about. The postings are based on the thought that some of you are going to get worn down by listening to all these talking heads. Everything's going to happen today, tomorrow, and then it doesn't happen. And then when you get a surge, you might turn around and say, you know what, I'm getting out of this. Yeah, and then when it's at $14 and $47 and $147, you're like, oh my God, I should have stayed the course. Like I said from day one, you put a little bit of money into this, money that you don't need, just forget that you own it. And if it changes your entire life, generational wealth that you pass down from one generation to the next, fantastic. I want to thank you all for being here. May all your days be winning ones. Let's get the next posting going.